Good afternoon. For those of you who don't know, my name is Kyle, and today I'll be informing you guys about motorcycle safety. Many of you guys may be wondering why motorcycle safety is important, but there might be a time in your life or an opportunity that arises where you can go on a motorcycle ride with like a family member or a loved one. And I believe it's really important for you guys to know the proper equipment to wear and why motorcycle safety is important, especially in a state like Pennsylvania where helmets aren't required. I'm going to show a short clip on why it's important and the effects of motorcycle safety. On slide one and then click the link. Whether riding a motorcycle for recreation or taking it to an extreme sport like seen right there are three pieces of equipment that are essential for riding a motorcycle. The first being the helmet, second a jacket, and third gloves. The helmet is made out of 4 components. This helmet here is the one seen in the accident which was just previously shown. It consists of 4 components, as I mentioned. The outer shell, which is made of a carbon fiber, or in certain cases, Kevlar. A inner crushable foam material, then a inner liner for comfort, and then finally a strap. There are plenty of different types of motorcycle helmets. There are just what they're called skull caps, which place on top of the helmet. There are half shields, which this part of the helmet would be cut off 3/4, and then this is the full helmet, which is required for sport bike riding and racing as well. It doesn't look on this helmet like too much damage was done, except for the flattened part here and the paint, which was scraped off. But this helmet was actually crashing about 70 miles an hour. The carbon fiber, which is on the top, keeps the helmet from collapsing on the rider's head, and then the inner collapsible foam right here is what takes the brunt of the impact, which keeps the rider's head safe. The second important piece of equipment for a rider is the jacket. This jacket here is mesh, but if you look on the inside here, there are different kinds of plates or padding that you can insert into a jacket to keep the rider safe. This right here would protect the back and spine in an accident. There are shoulder pads, elbows, and in some situations, extra padding at the wrist as well. There are different types of jackets for different weather, and jackets are also made out of different material, as I mentioned, which are leather, mesh, and then a good mix in between leather and mesh as well. Although a jacket may seem uncomfortable at times, especially in the hot summer days when it can reach 80, 90 degrees, it is essential. This jacket was also in an accident, as you can see on this side, where it had landed on asphalt. And this jacket actually saved my dad from some serious road burn in his accident. The third piece of riding gear that should be used is gloves. Now, gloves are very effective for many different reasons. First, for comfort. It's more comfortable to ride, even as a passenger. When you're holding on to someone, your hands will be like this, holding on to the passenger or on a sissy bar like this. So that being said, gloves will protect a rider from windburn, which could be really uncomfortable. Also, in the situation that rain occurs, rain can feel like pins and needles on a hand going at certain miles an hour, and gloves can protect that uncomfortable feeling. Gloves are also made out of different types of material, mesh, leather, and kangaroo skin is also used because that's one of the strongest types of leather that can protect your hands just in case of an accident. Now, the human tendency when falling, even slipping on ice, is to put your hands down. So being in a motorcycle accident, going anywhere from 20 to 100 miles an hour in the case of a race, could be really catastrophic, or even result in the loss or feeling or use of your hands for your life. That being said, there are different types of padding on your gloves, just like on jackets, for your wrist, knuckles, and extra lining on the insides for your hands or on the outside, just in case anything were to happen. That being said, there are also other different types of riding gear that you could also take into consideration, which would be pants. They also make different types of pants. Mesh, the most comfortable and plausible would be leather. Then they also have different types of riding boots as well. Riding boots can come anywhere from up to your shins with different types of mechanisms, and they can get as complex as a ski boot or like high-end athletic wear, to as simple as like a regular DC type of sneaker. DC also actually sponsors some motorcycle riding gear as well. I hope that you've learned a little bit about motorcycle safety and the proper use and wear that you guys should take into consideration before going on a motorcycle ride.